Don't chew on that, Max.
Cooper loves that chew too.
Oh, now he's into Cooper's food. Wow, he is loving it. What do you feed Cooper?
Blue Buffalo Life Protection Formula. He never leaves a crumb. I love it because it's made with high-quality protein, nutrient-rich fruits and veggies, and wholesome whole grains.
Looks like we're switching to Blue.
Blue Buffalo foods are made with the superior ingredients your dog needs to thrive. Can your dog food say that? Visit feedbluefood.com to learn more.
Raise the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. Start converting your B2B audience today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started today at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
What year is that table from?
From 1989, my parents.
It is more 80s than the hairdo that I sported in the 80s.
These are the plaintiffs, David and Jennifer Swan. They say they hired the defendant to move them from one place to another. And when he was reassembling their dining room table, he drilled a screw right through the top and it cracked like a spider web. The table was a family heirloom. The defendant refuses to make good on his mistake. So here they are in court for the return of the $2,500 they're owed. This is the defendant, Tremaine Johnson. He says he did in fact damage a desk of the plaintiffs. It was immediately brought to his attention and the plaintiffs were reimbursed. The table, however, wasn't mentioned until afterwards. It was an old table. He did nothing to damage it and certainly doesn't owe the plaintiffs any money. He's accused of screwing a table badly.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, David and Jennifer Swan?
Yes.
You are suing Terry Young and Tremaine Johnson. You're suing their moving company. Okay, you have power of attorney for Terry Young?
Correct.
You are Mr. Johnson, and who's the gentleman with you?
Rick, a co-worker.
Okay, is that a co-worker?
Yes.
All right, you're the owner though, right? You and
Yes.
the other fellow.
Me, yeah.
All right, for $2,500, the cost of a dining room table that, according to you, they damaged during the move. Tell me what's going on.
We hired the defendants for a move on April 21st of 2012. They worked hard and did a great job during the move. Unfortunately, some items were damaged during the move. A desk was broken, and they told us to replace it, and they would reimburse us for the desk. After they left and finished the move, we were unpacking and noticed that there was also damage to our dining room table. Where the legs are screwed on, they screwed the legs on too tight, and so there's a hole in the top of the table. I have some pictures.
Okay, I'm not understanding that. They took the table apart and then put the table back together?
Correct. To move, it's a big set, a big table.
Yeah, it's very big. How long is that table?
I don't know exactly how long
What
it is.
year is that table from?
From 1989, my parents.
It is more 80s than the hairdo that I sported in the 80s.
Yes.
Let me see that.
No, okay, I got you.
This was something that you received from your...
My parents,
Okay.
yes. And it is very 80s.
It is very 80s. It's so bad it's good, right? Like
Thank
it's so incredibly Okay, now, this is a picture taken in your old place.
Nope, that's in our current place. That was just to show what the set looks like. It's part of a set.
Okay, where's I see close-up pictures of the damage, but can you correlate for me where on the table that damage is?
I can in that picture.
Oh,
it's on the end side, closer to the mirror. If we're looking, it's over here.
Yeah, how big is the damage?
The damage here is compared to a quarter, so I have close-ups of the damage.
How did you not? Okay, so you noticed the damage to the desk. What was the damage they did to the desk?
Completely destroyed, Your Honor.
How did they completely destroy
it? It was like snapped in half. The top was snapped in half.
Oh, well, okay. There's no not noticing that. And then they made good on the desk.
Correct.
All right. And then when is it that you notice this incredibly obvious thing on your table and tell them about it?
On the 26th, I have an email.
And what was the day of the move?
The 21st.
Okay. 5 days later,
yes,
on a white table in your brand new home,
yes,
is when you do not eat? Like, how could you not have noticed it sooner?
This is a dining, like a formal dining room.
Okay, that's fine. But how do you, when you're moving and these people have destroyed your desk, how does it take 5 days to notice this damage? How do you
Because we were focusing on unpacking in other rooms, getting my baby. I had a 1.5-year-old at the time. So we were focusing on unpacking the other rooms.
You understand the issue though, right?
Not really, because I wasn't in the room.
Not really. So you don't see that in 5 days maybe you guys hurt your own table.
This
and
damage
these guys are off your property, and I assume you had them sign a waiver. Let me see the waiver you have them sign, or waiver. Or
I have a copy of what we have customer sign with
every
them.
mover has a document that says I've looked through everything and they haven't damaged. Well, not every mover, but every mover should. I mean, now what's this?
Right. That's a copy of the bill afterwards in the
Sweetheart,
very
there's
bottom.
nothing written on this. Where's her waiver?
I don't have her actual
Why
bill.
not?
I couldn't find it. It's been so long.
Are you kidding me?
The job itself was like a year ago.
So what? You don't keep records from a year ago? What's the point of having a waiver if a year later when you get sued, you could get sued for 4 years or 3 years or 2 years, depending on your jurisdiction. So why would you not just keep it? What, this takes up too much room?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so you guys are just disorganized and ridiculous because you lost it. It's not that you throw out your records after a year.
Yeah,
it's that you guys lost it.
We did lose it.
So how do I know she even signed it?
I mean, we're here today. I mean, I know she signed it.
How do I know she even signed it? I mean, this is a blank piece of paper. How do I know she signed a waiver?
On that paper.
Hold on, honey.
You can ask her if she signed it. She did sign it.
Okay.
We sue under oath.
How do I know what she signed? How do I know it had the disclaimer? Let's see how that goes for you. Maybe it goes well for you. Here. All right, guys, did you sign this? Show it to them. Might be a little harder to read now because of my visual lesson to Mr. Johnson.
I don't recall if we signed it, but I do remember
look at
getting
that.
it.
Whoa, I didn't see that coming.
Well, I do remember getting it, and I do also remember it saying that it covers furniture up to full replacement cost.
Yeah. Do you remember it saying, I hereby swear that nothing... Read the bottom, right over the signature. What's it say?
Job is complete and that all claims have been brought to the attention of the carrier in writing.
Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Did you sign the document?
I don't recall.
Did you sign the document, sir?
I did not.
Where do you get $2,500 for this table?
That's what my parents paid back in the 80s.
Okay. You understand that the measure of damages when you come into a court of law is the current value of the item. It's not replacement value. It's not cost of 30 years ago. It's what could you get on the open market for the item. And I understand that we have a situation here where the chairs match and the mirror matches. I got all that.
And
but what was
sentimental
damaged is the
value.
table. I mean, if you sold this at a garage sale, you think you'd get $2,500?
I think it's a great piece of furniture.
Okay, that's fabulous. But
the sentimental value along with
I can't value sentiment because you could have a great sentimental value for a newspaper article, and it doesn't mean it's $1 million lawsuit. We just don't do that. We can't run our society that way, that your sentiment's higher than someone else's sentiment. What we deal in is the actual value of the item that's damaged.
Okay.
Assuming that you can get past not having brought it up to anybody's attention in 4 days. Do you have a picture of the bottom? It does. Are these? By the way, is this?
There's 2 areas where they screwed the legs on. It's one continuous leg, and so there's pieces on the back that they screw in. So there was 2 sides where they put screws in. On one side, it was a spider crack, and on one, it went all the way through.
Okay, this is the spider crack?
Correct.
And what's that?
That's nothing.
What do you mean that's nothing? That's
I can't
something.
see
What is
that.
it?
I can't. Oh, hold on. That might just be a mark on the table.
Oh, there was already a mark on the table? That'll affect the value. Now, you tried to get it repaired, correct?
I've contacted a number of furniture repair companies who all said that it's
Laminate?
because of the laminate, it's unrepairable. They also recommended that I reach out to cabinet repair companies, and they confirmed that it's unrepairable.
So what do you guys have to say? Were you at the move?
Yes, I was.
All right. What's the story here?
Typical move. As far as
about the table.
As far as the table goes, we do what we always do. We disassemble it, wrap it in pads, bring it to a new location, reassemble it.
Who reassembled this particular table? Do you know? Step on up. Maybe you don't know your own strength.
I mean, I didn't do anything out of it. Pretty much was traditional. It was, I mean, it was a fancy table.
But it kind of looks a fancy table. But it kind of looks like like we're looking at a screw that was screwed a little too tight.
Right.
No.
Well, the thing is, we use a drill, and the drill pretty much stops it.
For this one, we didn't.
The drill pretty much stops it. Why? Why doesn't your mind stop it?
We didn't use the drill on this one. It was a wrench. It was a box.
Okay. That's not that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I didn't do anything different. We've been doing this for years to do it the same way.
Yeah, but doesn't it look like that's how it got damaged when you're drilling back the legs?
Right, absolutely.
Did you notice it when it happened?
No, we did not.
I mean, because you guys are the guys building the table. I suppose you're building it upside down, like the table's on the ground.
Right.
Then you lift it over, and you don't say, "Uh-oh," like nobody says that. I guess, but you don't look at what.
Well, it's not that. It was just one of those. It was end of the day, long day. It's just one of those things where we usually reassemble at the end of the day. So I mean, once it was done, we just kind of.
Well, I have a greater forgiveness level for you not seeing it than I do for them not seeing it for $2,500 worth of damage that they're claiming for 4 days.
But as far as the damage, I didn't see any damage. And as far as the legs go, we didn't use any like different screws or no power tools or anything. We just screwed it in regular, like how we normally do. If a damage occurred.
He just said he used a drill.
Mm-hmm. No, I corrected him because we normally do.
He corrected you. Why does he have to correct you? Why don't you know what you did?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey, 11 years. So, is it suspicious that the plaintiffs didn't complain for 5 days?
Yes, it is suspicious.
Why?
Because if it was that important to them, then they would have complained right away.
Do you generally look at stuff after you move?
Yeah, absolutely, especially if somebody else is handling your stuff.
And it's important.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's suspicious as well. So if you wait too long, then you think maybe...
Is 5 days too long?
It seems an unusual period of time.
It does seem unusual, that's for sure, going inside the courtroom.
I just wanted to say that I don't feel that we're responsible for the table for the simple fact that...
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking you are.
Well, can I at least say that...
Yeah, I was kind of going with that like whole, but I don't see how else it could happen. You know, well, 5 days have passed. If it was like a nick on the side of it, you know, yeah, you know what, you're on your own, pal. But it's so clearly the screw. And I kind of think you guys saw it, too.
No, I didn't see it. And obviously, they didn't see it either. But the thing is that, you know, we shouldn't, if by us putting it back together caused the damage, I don't feel that we should be responsible if that's what happened.
Absolutely, because you could tighten the screw too hard, and it could come out through the top.
It could be...
Especially if you're using a drill, and you're tired and it's the end of the day.
Yeah,
How would it not be you if it looks like it's the screw?
No, I was saying, like, that's like a manufacturer error or something.
Manufacturer error?
A screw shouldn't...
Because the manufacturer put some voodoo on your hand when you were either screwing by hand or with the drill? Because I don't know how you screwed it. You know what? You're done. All right. So you're done and I'm done. I find in favor of the plaintiffs in the amount of $500. That's my judgment. Good luck, folks.
Well, so the movers are paying. Come on in here. You lose this case. What's your feeling about what they got? They got $500 for the value of the table because of your negligence.
Well, I don't feel that we should be responsible because no matter how tight you put the screw, it shouldn't go through the table. So we shouldn't be held responsible for that.
Who should be?
The manufacturer. I didn't build the table.
You did the screwing.
Oh yeah, I know.
Should you do a better job of holding on to these records that you should be keeping?
Yeah, definitely should do that.
Do that in the future. Yes, so you say, how do we know you didn't see it at the place?
I mean, nobody seen it.
How do we know that? If you did see it, what would you have done?
I mean, we're not in the business of hiding those type of mistakes. Like, you know.
So what would you have done?
We would have told him. We would have told him, and you know, Terry or him would have handled it somehow.
All right, head around the corner this way.
Thank you.
Get your documents on the way out. All right, so step on in here. You sued for $2,500 value, and you just got awarded $500.
We feel like we were screwed.
It's less than what we think the table is worth, the sentimental value associated with that table, even though it's not a very modern style.
You heard the judge talk about sentimental value in a courtroom. It's not worth anything. Sentimental.
It's a unique table, and I mean, if the judge can go up and compare another table to it, I'm all for it, but I feel like we, again, got screwed.
Robbie?
You know, it's pretty clear the defendants did it, but when you hire a mover, do not let them leave before you inspect the stuff, especially the important stuff. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
The Hilton sale is on. For 10 days only, you can save up to 20% on stays this fall and beyond. Don't wait. The sale ends September 29th. Book your stay and save at Hilton.com. Terms apply. Hilton for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
This is the plaintiff, Arlene Turner. She says the defendant tried to wedge a shopping cart between her car and another car. Wasn't paying attention, and the car clipped her side view mirror, damaging it. The woman gave her information, and when she called to work out the details, the woman's husband told her she could take her estimate and impolitely place it you-know-where. Some nerve. She's suing the rude woman for every penny of the $330.08 it's going to cost her to fix her mirror. This is the defendant, Pat Bavona. She says the plaintiff backed out of her spot just as she was walking with a shopping cart, and the plaintiff hit her. That's right, the careless plaintiff chipped her own darn mirror and is now trying to collect from her with a lawsuit? Well, she's ready, willing, and able to fight for what's right, and that's just what she's going to do today. She's accused of having a cart attack over a mirror.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says the defendant nailed her car with a shopping cart and was rude to boot. But the defendant says the plaintiff's car hit the cart, and that's why her mirror broke. It's the case of the mirror has two litigants.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Arlene Turner, you are suing Pat Bavona for $330.08. The estimate you have received to repair damage to your mirror on your Sonata that you say was as a result of her negligence. Tell me what happened.
On January 23rd, I was sitting in my automobile with the engine off. The defendant's car pulled in alongside my left side.
Okay, hold on one second, because apparently someone on my staff is helpfully. Thank you very much. Come on over here, and let's pretend that that's the parking lot.
Sure.
Okay, do we even have a little shopping cart?
We do. Okay, this was my car. Put that up here. The defendant exited her car, retrieved a shopping cart, and
do you know where she got the shopping cart from or no?
Yes, because when she exited her car, she went in front of her car, and there were, I would assume, several shopping carts.
In the middle
there.
of where people drive?
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of hate that,
Yep.
you know, because people can't be bothered to walk the extra 10 feet to put the carts where the carts belong.
That does
Am I the only idiot who does that? Please tell me no. No. But okay, go ahead.
She took the shopping cart.
And by does that, I mean put the cart where it belongs. Right. Just to be clear. All right, go ahead.
Began to walk between the two cars.
Okay.
Now, the front of the shopping cart is narrow, so that didn't do the problem. The rear of the shopping cart, the handle part, is wider. When it got to my mirror, didn't make it. Took a chunk off the casing of the mirror.
How many feet are there between the two cars?
Very little. The space, it's a Walmart shopping center, so the spaces aren't, all that wide, but they are clearly marked. There's room to walk, but not necessarily to put the shopping cart through.
Okay. Go ahead and go back.
The defendant...
What you got there for me?
Okay. This is the mirror. Let me get it out of the casing. Okay. Okay. And here's the busted piece.
Okay, so that chunk right down here.
Right.
Okay. All right, so when it happens, do you feel it? Do you see it?
I was sitting in my car. Yes, I saw it.
And what'd you do?
I exited my car, the defendant...
Did she stop? Like, did she say, oh my gosh?
She looked, she said, oh, I'm sorry, and proceeded on to walk away. I got out of my car. I went after her. I said, we have a problem. I would like your license. She gave me the license, and of course, she took my license as well.
Okay.
Later that day, I went to the body shop, and the body shop explained to me that the mirror cannot be repaired, the casing.
No.
It has to be replaced.
Right.
I have the estimate showing the cost.
Okay, hand that to Douglas. What happened?
Okay, she was parked in the parking spot where she says she was...
Come on up here.
Okay.
And then... So tell me what happened.
She was backed into the parking spot, first of all. I pulled in.
Okay.
She took the shopping cart and she walked around the car, put it all the way in the back by her car. Okay?
What's in front of her?
Nothing. The sidewalk.
No, there's something. What? I mean, okay, what's behind her? Where the cart is?
This right now is where she put the shopping
Listen
cart.
to my question. You're not listening to my question. I heard you when you said she put it there. Now I'm asking you what's behind there. I don't need you to repeat
You
it.
mean
It's
behind
there.
this?
Is it a median?
Another
Is
car.
it grass?
Another car.
Another car. It's
Yes.
the rest of the parking lot. So
Right.
according to you, she put her shopping cart in between, behind her car and in between her
walked
car
it-
and the next one.
Yes, and put it back there.
Okay.
I waited in my car for her to walk it back there and put it there. Then she got into her car. I got out. I walked to the back of her car, took the shopping cart, and proceeded to go through the two cars again. Now, I waited for a second because I was waiting for her to pull out, and she didn't. She sat there.
Okay.
I started walking between the two cars. As I was walking, all of a sudden, the shopping cart got pushed out of my hand, and I screamed because it scared me. And my daughter, who was waiting at the back of my car,
Why are you pushing a shopping cart in between two parked cars in a narrow spot where something like this could happen to begin with?
Well,
why don't you
she
just
had-
go get a shopping cart at Walmart?
Because she had just pushed it
Yeah,
back
forget her.
there,
Why don't you go get a shopping cart at Walmart? Why are you trying to maneuver?
That was at shopping cart.
No,
at
I
Walmart.
meant in the store where the shopping carts are
No,
stored.
usually the shopping carts are in the parking lot. Everybody just leaves them wherever they want to leave them.
Are you saying that you had gone there and that there were no shopping carts, or you didn't
No, I
even
didn't
wait
go
to go
into
into
the store. I just came out of my car, got the shopping cart, and started coming through. The shopping cart got knocked out of my hands. She went to get out of her car door, but she couldn't, so she started banging on her window for me to stop. I stopped, I looked at her, she had to put her car in park and turn it off before she could even get out of the car.
Okay, but what's your defense? Because what I'm hearing you say is you hit her window, or you hit her
No,
mirror.
I didn't hit her window. She hit my cart. She started
Wait, she hit
driving
your
away.
shopping cart?
Yes. Yes.
She hit your shopping cart. She went sideways and hit your shopping cart.
No,
you're
she
going when you're pushing the shopping cart in between two cars.
Yes.
She is a parked car. You are a parked car. Your premise, I guess, is she started moving, Judge.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're in motion too. So and you're in motion in between
But I'm
two
not the one
cars.
that got the shopping cart knocked out of her hands. I am. I'm the one that stood there and screamed.
Okay, so who's at fault here?
I think both are at fault.
Why is the driver at fault?
I think the driver's at fault because they should always be checking what's behind them.
But do you have a duty to check behind you when you're in a parked space, like in a parking lot?
And common sense says you probably just should.
What's going to happen? Who's going to come up behind you other than a shopping cart?
Somebody pushing a shopping cart real fast.
Okay.
I think the driver's fault. You've got to check. You've got to check if you're going to do anything abruptly like that.
I'm kind of shocked you guys are saying this, going inside the courtroom.
I stopped to pick up the piece of chipped plastic that
Yes,
had
and
fallen
she
to
got
the.
out
I'm
of
sorry,
the
did I
car.
agree?
Hold on.
I stopped to pick up the piece of chipped plastic that had fallen to the ground and placed it in the plaintiff's hand and then turned to walk away.
Yes.
Why would you have this kind of encounter with another human being who's obviously upset that there's a piece of chipped plastic from. I'm not done. A piece of her car's on the floor. You hand it to her and then you keep walking. Why would you do that?
Why
In
not?
what civilized society would that be acceptable?
Well, I thought
the
it was
plaintiff
civilized to
followed
bend
us
down and
screaming
pick it up
as we
for her.
walked away. Even under your theory, why would that happen? Why wouldn't you stop and give your license
I did.
without somebody having to stalk you for it?
Well, she wasn't exactly stalking me for it, but she was screaming and yelling at us in the parking lot.
She says that it's your cart, ironically, that she was getting. Is that true or untrue?
Untrue. Also, Your Honor, she stated that my engine was running. Not so. My car engine was off, and I had been sitting there for a period of time.
According to you, you weren't pulling out, and you hadn't started the car yet, and you were just sitting there doing what?
I was deciding what to do next because my friend was in the car. And
were you in the car?
Yes.
Oh, come on up. Tell me what happened.
We had finished our shopping, put our things in the trunk of the car, and we're sitting in the car talking about the things. And the next thing we knew, this person got out, got a shopping cart from the parking lot, and tried to squeeze through her car and our car, and didn't make it.
According to you, is that the shopping cart she had just left?
No.
Where's the cart that you guys used? Where'd you put it?
We put it back into the deposit. They have deposit spots all over the parking lot.
Right. I don't know whether that's true or not, because I am so sick of humanity being impolite to humanity I don't know how I'm going to make it to 80 or 90, which is the longevity in my family, because honest to God, I have so little tolerance for how rude people are to each other. And aside from people's driving techniques, this issue is a pet peeve of mine, when people leave their carts. Obviously, somebody left that cart. I don't know whether it's you or somebody else, but that has nothing to do with the facts in front of me. I got to figure out, like, whose fault is it that this happened? According to, was the car on?
No.
Okay, according to two people, the car's not on. According to you, her car is on, and she's pulling out, and she hits you as you're squeezing a shopping cart between two parked cars. That's a part I can't get rid of. You are trying to maneuver a shopping cart between two parked cars. Whether she's moving or not moving is irrelevant, because those spaces were made for cars to move or not move. Mm-hmm. They were not made for shopping carts to be squeezed in. I don't know whether you were worried you weren't going to get a cart at Walmart. Maybe it was a busy day at Walmart. I don't know what the deal is. I know during Christmas, nobody bothers to go into Walmart to be able to get it, because they know they're not going to get one. So everybody's like, okay, you're my person. And then they stand right. But you know, at least that's a little safer than this. No matter how you slice it, I cannot erase two things that are killing me about you and your testimony. One is you admit that you're pushing this cart in between two narrowly parked cars. And two is you pick up a piece of plastic, hand it to her, and keep walking. What does that tell me about your rudeness factor? I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of the $330.08. Pay the lady.
Well, there's a defendant coming out here into the hallway after losing this case. Here, you stand right next to her and tell me what's your feeling on this.
I guess it pays to lie.
Why do you say that?
Because she did put the shopping cart behind her car, and the reason why I took the shopping cart was because it was convenient. Because she had just put it there, I got out, took the shopping cart, and went to leave.
Yeah, and now you'll be paying.
Guess so.
Well, what about picking up that piece and giving it to her? You thought that was a nice thing to do?
I would assume so, yeah, I thought it was, but obviously that doesn't work either.
All right, when you're done with your shopping cart, you put it into the thing, right?
Yeah,
okay. All right, head right down this way, okay? All right, so are we satisfied how this comes out and you get your money?
Yes, I did, yes.
She says you weren't telling the truth.
Well, if anybody was lying, it was the defendant, not myself. Some of the facts she stated just never happened. My car was not in motion. I had been parked there several minutes before she even pulled in.
Mm-hmm. What do you do with your shopping cart when you're done with it?
Often, I don't do the right thing, quite honestly. But in that case, I did. It did go back to the thing because the cart area was relatively near my car.
All right.
It didn't require a long walk.
Okay. Harvey?
You know, the way you conduct yourself after an accident can help a judge determine fault. In this case, the defendant acted like it was her fault. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Jif peanut butter. It's that jiffing good, it doesn't really need advertising. So instead, enjoy the calming sounds of the ocean. Jif. Ooh, it's that jiffing good. Get your Jif at Jif.com.
This is the plaintiff, Maribel Cohn. She says she pawned 6 rings and a charm at the defendant's pawn shop, and the inept fool lost her stuff. That's right, the lady doesn't know if the gold was melted down, moved to another store, or what. Bottom line, the defendant owes her the $1,000 value of her precious belongings, and that's just what she's suing for today. This is the defendant, Shamoli. She says she sent the plaintiff a certified letter stating she owed them interest on the pawned belongings, and it was ignored. The plaintiff claims she paid it, but if she did, she would have a valid receipt, which she doesn't. She's sorry, but she followed all the proper protocol and laws regarding pawns and owes nothing. She's accused of losing it.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff pawned 6 rings and the defendant lost them. And now the plaintiff says it's highly suspicious. But the defendant says the plaintiff fell behind on the interest, so tough. It's the case of all that glitters is no longer the plaintiff's gold.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Maribel Khan, you are suing the pawn shop represented here by, what would you like me to call you, Shamoli?
Yes.
Okay, Shamoli. You are the owner of the pawn shop. You don't want us to mention the pawn shop's name or your last name, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and we'll respect that. For $1,000, double the jewelry's worth that you say they inappropriately disposed of after you pawned it.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Around October, actually, I'm going to give you the precise date. October the 23rd, I walked into the pawn shop and pawned 6 rings and 1 pendant. On March, because I overlapped, they give you 4 months. But in back of the ticket, they give you an extra 30 days. And you have an extra 30
Kind
days.
of close, aren't you? Okay.
Yes. But before going into that, I did go in and spoke to his attendant. She had an attendant that works there. And I told him that I would be late. He said it would be all right. In March, I came in and paid an interest of $91 to give me 4 more months. Okay?
Who'd you pay it to?
The attendant. She have a male attendant that works there.
Do you have a name for the person?
He refused to give me his name when I went back when I was inquiring about the jewelry. And he also refused to give me the correct phone number to the shop because the number that's on the pawn ticket does not, when you call, it's disconnected.
Okay.
All right.
So, but he was still there when you went to pick it up?
Yes, he was there. When I went to pay back, when I went to pay the $91 interest, it was a different man there.
I'm sorry, you've lost me.
Okay.
You pawn your jewelry
In
October.
When
what?
I went to pay
October what?
October 23rd.
Okay. Do you have the paperwork from October 23rd?
Yes, I have the original pawn ticket. I
Okay.
also made you a copy.
So you pawn the jewelry then, and do you have a photocopy of the jewelry, like a picture?
Okay, that's the original.
May I see it?
Mm-hmm.
How many rings?
6 rings. And it was 1 pendant.
All right, so go on.
Okay, when I went in...
Is this for $150?
Yes, this is what they gave me. He asked me how much I needed, and I gave him exactly what I needed. I didn't want anything else but that. That's what I needed at the moment.
Okay.
All right. When I went back to collect it in July, the original guy that I pawned it to...
But why July?
Because the 4 months, it gives me 4 months. After I pay the $91 interest, it gives me 4 more months. From March to July, you understand?
Yeah. Do you have a receipt for the...
That's the other thing. When I went back in July, he proceeded to tell me that the guy was supposed to give me a new ticket.
Not in July. In February, when you
he
paid...
wrote on that same...
Slow your roll and
Okay.
listen to my question.
Okay.
Okay. You pawn it in October.
Mm-hmm.
You have 4 months, okay?
Right.
November, December, January, February. All right. February 23rd is the expiration date, but as you point out so helpfully, yeah, but I got a grace period, and I'm going to squeeze every last day. All right.
No,
so when do you go back and pay this $91?
In March.
March what?
The 26th.
All right, and according to you, you didn't write all this.
No.
No. The guy wrote that.
Yes, he did.
So that, according to you, bought you $726.13, and then
Right.
you come in July, and what happens?
The man proceeded to tell me that guy was supposed to give me another ticket, and I told him no.
So
but
now
he
it's a
didn't.
new guy.
Yeah, no, it's the first guy from before.
Yes, I understand. The first guy from before, do you have a name?
No.
Okay. The guy who's there in October, is that the same guy who's there in February?
When I went back to no, that was a new
February.
worker. There was a guy working there.
Okay. The guy who's working there in February, have you ever seen him before?
No, not after that. I didn't see.
So
him
you
at all.
only saw him the one time when, according to you, he wrote on this receipt.
Right.
Then you come back in July and it's a different guy.
It's the same guy, the original guy from the first time.
From October or from February?
From October. He acknowledged the guy.
So there was one different guy in the middle. Okay, so when you go now in July, what does he say?
He said that guy that was working there, they had problem with him. And I said, that has nothing to do with me.
Right.
This is the ticket. He said he was supposed to issue you a new ticket. I said, but he didn't. He said, then proceeded to tell me we'll need time to find it. But if there was a new ticket never issued, it should be under the same number.
Right.
So it shouldn't take that long to locate it.
Right.
He said, give me your number, I'll call you in 2 weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks went past, he never called.
Okay.
So I went back in. And I kept going after that. Every other day I would go and I would go.
Okay.
Yeah, and then like a couple of months after that, there was a legal aid truck outside, like around the corner from this thing.
Well, that's convenient.
I went in there
So you
and I
went to
spoke
legal
to the
aid.
legal aid.
Justice
He
on
advised
wheels.
me.
Okay.
He advised me to go to some small claims court because it
what's
sounds
going
like
on?
they lost my ticket.
What's going
and
on?
that's what I did.
Ma'am, she pawned her jewelry on 10/23/2012 and her expiration date was February 23rd. After that, we gave like 30 days. According to the 30 days, her time expires on March 23rd. She just said that she came on 26th of March.
Yeah, but she also said, I think you were here, she also said that she walked into the store on March 26th and paid $91.50 in interest. Wait a minute. Did I breathe and give you the impression I was done speaking?
Sorry.
Paid $91.50 in interest, and then that gave her till 7/26/13, and that your employee wrote all those things in the blue ink there, and therefore she was supposed, because she paid the $91, she bought herself several more months.
Okay. Ma'am, my employee said she never came and we never got no money because this is not the practice of our business. After expiring the pawn, we don't take interest and repawn it. We take interest only when the time we return the stuff back to a client.
Wait, I didn't understand that. Say that again.
Okay. If she said, if she's coming after 4 months or 5 months and she wants to pick up the jewelry back, at that time only we take the interest.
What? That's what she's saying she did. She says that she came in, all right, on March 26th. Would that be within the time or outside of the time?
It's outside the time.
Okay, and then so let's say you're correct, because it sounds like it's, might be a few days outside the time.
But why take the money?
She says your guy then took the $91.50, and you're saying he didn't. Who was working on that day?
We don't know who was working because I have only one person who works over there 7 days a week and nobody else.
You have one person who works 7 days a week?
Yes. Otherwise,
why would anybody work 7 days a week?
Ma'am, everybody needs a job. He works. So even I go and work, but nobody was there. It's only one person.
Is that person here to testify?
Not here.
Okay. Do you have an affidavit from the employee?
No, ma'am.
So you're saying she just wrote all this on there?
Who's pawn stuff here? Who's pawn? Did you ever read the terms of the pawn?
Absolutely not, but I probably should have.
So you have no idea when they can take your stuff for good. You have no idea of any of that stuff.
They verbalize it, but I probably should have read through it just to make sure.
You automatically believe what they're telling you?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Who would read it, honestly? Who would read the back? One person. And I don't even believe you going inside the courtroom.
He didn't wrote it down because, as she said, the original guy was not there. The first time when she pawned the jewelry, he was there. The second time, the third time when she was there to pick up the jewelry, he was there.
Well, who was there in the in-between time?
We don't know. That's
what do you mean we don't know? It's your business. You should know.
Ma'am, there was nobody. There's only one person who works or I work.
Okay, so then it's not true that you don't know. You're saying to me that the only person who worked there was the one employee.
Yes.
Always. Okay, now prove that, because you have a unique way of being able to prove that, and that's that employee being in court here today.
Okay.
It would be great if I had that employee in court here today.
He is working. I have no idea above that.
Well, but you've had no dealings with her. Maybe you should be working today, and he should be here, who had the dealing with her in October, the dealing with her, and who would look me right in the eye and tell me she never came in February. It's like,
and why would he tell me?
I am not unaware of the fact that this is kind of bogus. You know what I mean? Like that.
Ma'am, we usually, when we pawn the stuff and somebody is here to pick up the stuff, we take the money and we return the stuff back to them. We never do it this way, that we take the interest from them and not the actual amount. And we are not in a practice of doing that way.
Wait.
Like if she has a
I can't just pay you the interest and give myself more time?
No.
Just a moment. The back of your contract says that it doesn't say we do not waive or modify any term of this contract. It says no extension of time to redeem or waiver or modification of any term of this contract shall be valid unless written and signed by us. That seems to accept the fact that there's such a thing as an extension of time to redeem or waiver or modification of the contract. What it says it here.
Ma'am, we have to give them a letter, proper letter.
I think you should, but I don't know that you do. And
No.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know why are you suing for $1,500 for, no offense.
Oh,
for
no, I'm
this?
not suing for $1,500. What happened was when I went to the...
why are you suing for $1,000?
When I went to the legal aid, he asked me the value of it, and I told him about $500. He told me to put $4,000.
Okay, no. But you do.
I'm going by what they told me. Yeah.
Did you read the back of your contract?
Yes, I did.
What does it say?
And it's not to exceed the value of twice the amount of what they gave me.
Right.
Yeah, so
Which
that's
would mean $300, not $1,000.
Well, that's what the legal aid told me to do.
You know, I've got a bit of a problem here. And the problem is I have somebody telling me this is what I did. And there was another employee there. I have her telling me not only that, but then the guy who was there in October and July told me, oh, we had all kinds of problems with that other guy. I have you coming in, and only you. You don't bring me that employee who had 2 out of the 3 dealings, possibly 3 out of the 3, but 2 out of the 3, and who could tell me, it's not true, nobody else has ever worked here. And it's bothering me. It's bothering me. Were there any gems on these things?
They had stones on them, but I don't think that they were of any value. They was just, I'm just being truthful.
Yeah, well, I just insist on people being truthful when they're under oath.
That's what I can know. That's all I can do.
Right. By the way, where is the stuff? It got melted?
It got melted, ma'am.
This time they have me going back and forth. All this time.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
But the issue is, what is it worth? You're capped at the $300. I'm looking at it, and I am. What I'm going to award you is a very generous $200 verdict for the plaintiff, based on the lack of evidence on the part of the defendant. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, the pawn shop defendant is the first one out here. What's your reaction to losing this case like that?
I did not lose anything. The only thing is that she's claiming something which we don't have, and the period was also expired. We cannot help her out. Otherwise, we don't want to lose any of our clients.
Why didn't you bring an affidavit from your other employee?
If I knew it, definitely I would have got him over here.
Okay, all right, right down this way, okay? Follow Officer McIntosh around the corner. And you come on in here and tell me if you're satisfied with
Yeah, I am.
getting money.
I am, but I would really like my jewelry back, but I'm happy, it was a fair verdict, I think.
Who do you think this mystery employee was?
She's lying. Nobody could possibly work in a pawn shop 7 days a week. She knows she's lying, and she herself said she worked there. I've never seen her there once. And I work right across the street from there. Not once did I see her. What can I do?
Harvey?
In some ways, I think they make. You know what? I got to stop you. Turn the camera. That is the cutest dog. I was going to tell you something about the law, but I got to just show you this dog. I had no idea this dog was coming along. Can you make this dog show his face just for a second? That is the cutest dog, other than mine, ever. That is the cutest dog. Okay, how much time do we have? We got 7 seconds. Anyway, that was a really cute dog. We'll see you next time.